When you peel back the tinsel and the sentimental snow globes, you discover that Christmas is quite transparently a descendant, almost a palimpsest of the winter solstice. The winter solstice is the great hinge of the year. It is the moment when the sun appears to die, when the days reach their maximum darkness, and then miraculously it turns around. The light begins its slow return. For archaic peoples, this was not metaphor, it was cosmic drama. If the sun failed to return, everything failed. Crops, animals, human meaning itself. So this moment demanded ritual, attention, and myth. Long before Christianity arrived on the scene, human beings across Eurasia were already celebrating this rebirth of light. Saturnalia in Rome, Yule among the Germanic peoples, Mithraic festivals centered on the Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. These were not casual parties, they were acts of sympathetic magic. By lighting fires, decorating evergreens, feasting, singing, and suspending ordinary social rules, people were participating in the renewal of cosmic order. Christianity, which was a latecomer in the mythological marketplace, did something very clever and very typical of what I call the machine of culture. It overlaid its own narrative onto an already powerful archetypal structure. There is no historical evidence that Jesus was born on December 25th. That date was chosen because the psychic real estate was already occupied. The sun sun is reborn, therefore the sun son is reborn. Logos slips into solstice almost seamlessly. This is not deception, it is mythological recycling. Myths survive because they attach themselves to deep structures in the human psyche and in nature itself. The solstice is a fact of astronomy, but its meaning is a fact of consciousness. Christianity simply reframed the ancient solar drama in human moral and salvational terms. Notice the symbolism that persists despite theological reinterpretation: light in darkness and child born at the nadir of the year. These are not accidental, they are archaic signals bubbling up through a modern religious narrative. The solstice is about reassurance. The universe is not collapsing, the pattern continues. Christmas inherits that reassurance and personalizes it. In this sense, Christmas is less a historical event than a seasonal spell cast annually by civilization to remind itself that hope is baked into the structure of time. At the darkest moment, something small, luminous, and fragile appears, and against all rational odds it grows. So when people feel something ineffable at Christmas, something that transcends doctrine, they are not mistaken. They are responding to a very old conversation between human consciousness and the cosmos, a conversation that began around firelight, under star-heavy skies, when the return of the sun was the difference between survival and oblivion. And that is the real miracle.